The ultimatum was clear: surrender or be annihilated. 4 days left before Earth's destruction. A single voice against impossible odds. Armed only with words that could save humanity. Subscribe now to witness how one diplomat changed the fate of two civilizations. The comm panel blinked incessantly in the dimly lit shuttle cabin, casting rhythmic shadows across Anna Lindbergh's face as she reviewed the latest intelligence files. The weight of billions rested on her shoulders, each passing second bringing humanity closer to potential extinction. Beside her, Jacob Stone maintained his vigilant watch, fingers never far from his pulse rifle, while Michelle Durand meticulously calibrated her translation interface, the soft hum of alien language algorithms filling the tense silence between them. Through the viewport, the approaching mothership loomed larger than any human construction, its surface flowing like liquid mercury under the distant sun, defying conventional physics and human understanding. Anna felt her stomach tighten as they approached the designated docking bay, the ship's artificial gravity field pulling at their craft with unsettling precision. This wasn't just another diplomatic mission. It was humanity's last chance to avoid catastrophic conflict with an advanced species whose technology dwarfed anything Earth had developed. The stakes couldn't be higher, and every decision she made in the coming hours would shape the future of both civilizations. As the shuttle passed through the energy barrier separating the alien vessel's interior from space, Anna noticed peculiar details about their host's technology. The walls seemed to breathe with subtle movements, pulsating in patterns that suggested a living organism rather than manufactured metal. Bioluminescent veins ran throughout the structure, changing colors in response to their presence, likely serving as some form of communication or environmental monitoring system. Jacob immediately activated his scanner, noting readings that defied conventional understanding, energy signatures that fluctuated between matter and pure consciousness. Michelle's translation device began to pick up ambient signals, fragments of what might be considered language, but sounded more like harmonic vibrations layered upon quantum frequencies. The air composition shifted subtly, maintaining perfect balance for human physiology while hinting at the presence of unknown elements. As they proceeded along the corridor toward the designated meeting chamber, Anna observed maintenance drones moving with fluid grace, their forms resembling complex geometric shapes that constantly reconfigured themselves. These weren't mere machines. They appeared to possess a collective intelligence, working in perfect synchronization without apparent direction. The deeper they ventured into the ship, the more Anna realized how fundamentally different their hosts were from anything humanity had encountered before, not merely technologically superior, but operating on principles of existence that challenged every established scientific paradigm. The chamber where they would meet Xenar emerged from the organic architecture like a blossoming flower, walls unfolding to reveal a circular space dominated by a central dais. When Xenar finally appeared, it wasn't through a door but seemingly materialized from the very atmosphere, molecules coalescing into form with deliberate slowness. Standing nearly 3 meters tall, its body shimmered with iridescent hues, skin appearing both solid and liquid simultaneously. Multiple eyes arranged vertically along its head pulsed with different colors, each shift corresponding to changes in its emotional state or thought patterns. Tentacle-like appendages extended from its torso, terminating in delicate manipulators that moved with hypnotic precision. Despite its alien appearance, there was an undeniable intelligence in its presence, a consciousness that seemed to permeate the entire room. Xenar regarded them with what Anna interpreted as cautious curiosity, its gaze shifting between the humans with measured intensity. The initial contact protocol commenced, with Michelle carefully establishing basic linguistic constructs while monitoring physiological responses. Xenar demonstrated remarkable adaptability, quickly grasping fundamental concepts of human communication while simultaneously transmitting complex data streams through subsonic frequencies. What struck Anna most was the entity's unexpected patience. Despite holding humanity's fate in its metaphorical hands, it showed genuine interest in understanding rather than immediate judgment. As the preliminary exchanges progressed, Subtle gestures and color shifts revealed layers of meaning beyond simple words, suggesting a depth of cultural nuance that would require careful navigation in subsequent discussions. The first formal negotiation session unfolded with excruciating precision, each word chosen and translated carrying monumental implications. Anna initiated the dialogue by presenting humanity's perspective on peaceful coexistence, emphasizing shared values of exploration and discovery. However, Zenar responded with a series of harmonic tones accompanied by shifting color patterns that indicated deep skepticism about humanity's capacity for cooperation. Through Michelle's real-time translations, they learned that Zenar's species viewed human history as an unbroken chain of violent conflicts and environmental destruction, making them inherently unreliable partners. The debate intensified when discussing Earth's military capabilities, with Zenar interpreting humanity's defensive preparations as aggressive posturing. Jacob's presence particularly troubled the alien leader, who perceived armed escorts as a sign of hostility rather than protection. Tensions escalated further when Zenar introduced evidence of human experiments with captured alien technology, though Anna countered that these were isolated incidents rather than official policy. The breakthrough came unexpectedly when Zenar displayed holographic representations of their own historical conflicts, revealing that their civilization had faced similar challenges in its development. This moment of vulnerability created an opening for mutual understanding, allowing Anna to frame humanity's current phase as part of natural evolutionary growth rather than inherent malevolence. The session concluded with tentative agreement to continue discussions, though both parties remained deeply suspicious of each other's true intentions. Back aboard the shuttle, the team dissected every moment of the encounter, searching for hidden meanings and strategic opportunities. Jacob expressed concern about Zenar's ability to read microexpressions and physiological responses, suggesting they might have already been compromised during the meeting. Michelle revealed that the translation algorithms had detected underlying patterns in Zenar's communication that hinted at a sophisticated form of emotional resonance. The alien leader wasn't just processing information but experiencing it on a fundamental level. Anna found herself replaying Zenar's final gesture, a particular sequence of color shifts accompanied by a specific harmonic tone, which might have carried more significance than initially understood. They debated whether to adjust their approach, perhaps incorporating more symbolic gestures or attempting to establish a common emotional framework. The challenge lay in balancing transparency with strategic necessity. Too much openness could be perceived as weakness, while excessive caution might reinforce preconceptions of human deceitfulness. As they prepared for the next session, Anna decided to focus on demonstrating humanity's capacity for growth and adaptation, using Earth's recent progress in addressing climate change and social inequality as evidence of positive evolution. Yet beneath the tactical considerations, a more fundamental question emerged. Could two species with such radically different perspectives ever truly understand each other, or were they destined to remain perpetually separated by their respective experiences of reality? During the second negotiation cycle, Zenar introduced a new element that dramatically altered the dynamic: a projection of their species' neural network, revealing that individuality as humans understood it didn't exist among their kind. Each member of their civilization represented a node in a vast collective consciousness, decisions emerging from consensus rather than hierarchical command. This revelation forced Anna to reconsider her entire diplomatic strategy, as traditional concepts of leadership and authority held little meaning in this context. Zenar explained that their species had evolved beyond physical conflict generations ago, viewing individual violence as a primitive aberration. The challenge became translating humanity's complex social structures and historical context into terms comprehensible to a collective mind. Michelle struggled to find equivalents for concepts like personal freedom and individual responsibility, while Jacob's military background seemed increasingly irrelevant in discussions focused on philosophical and societal evolution. The negotiations took an unexpected turn when Zenar requested direct neural interface with Anna, offering to share their species' collective memory to facilitate better understanding. Though initially hesitant, Anna agreed, knowing this unprecedented step could either break the deadlock or irreparably damage relations. The experience proved overwhelming. Wave upon wave of alien memories and emotions flooded her consciousness, forcing her to confront humanity's actions through an entirely different lens while simultaneously sharing Earth's struggles and triumphs with Xenar's collective mind. The neural interface session transformed Anna's perception of both species' positions. She experienced Xenar's civilization's journey from fragmented individual entities to their current collective state, understanding why they viewed humanity's independent nature as dangerously unstable. Simultaneously, Xenar's collective consciousness absorbed millennia of human history, art, and scientific achievement, gaining insight into why individual autonomy remained so crucial to human identity. This profound exchange revealed previously hidden common ground. Both species valued growth and adaptation, albeit through different evolutionary paths. The negotiation parameters shifted dramatically as both parties began speaking in terms of shared evolutionary goals rather than immediate threats. Anna proposed establishing a hybrid communication framework, combining Xenar's collective wisdom with humanity's diverse perspectives to create something entirely new. This suggestion sparked intense debate within Xenar's collective mind, visible through rapid color shifts and harmonic fluctuations. The breakthrough came when Xenar acknowledged that humanity's individuality, while risky, also represented potential for innovation and adaptation their species had sacrificed in achieving unity. In response, Anna recognized that humanity's greatest achievements often emerged from collaborative efforts, suggesting a middle path that honored both approaches. The discussion evolved into exploring how these complementary strengths could be combined to address universal challenges neither species could solve alone, marking a significant shift from adversarial positioning to genuine partnership consideration. As negotiations entered their third phase, technical challenges threatened to derail progress. The translation algorithms struggled to process the increasing complexity of discussions, particularly when dealing with abstract concepts requiring precise contextual understanding. Michelle worked tirelessly to refine the system, incorporating neural patterns observed during the interface session to improve accuracy. Meanwhile, environmental factors within the alien vessel began affecting the human delegation differently. Subtle atmospheric changes caused minor disorientation and fatigue, potentially compromising their ability to maintain coherent strategy. Jacob identified security protocols embedded in the ship's architecture that occasionally restricted movement, creating unpredictable barriers during critical moments. The most significant obstacle emerged when attempting to document agreements. Traditional written records proved inadequate for capturing the multidimensional nature of their evolving understanding. Anna proposed developing a new form of diplomatic record-keeping that incorporated both human linear documentation and Xenar's harmonic resonance patterns, requiring innovative solutions to merge these fundamentally different approaches to information storage. Communication delays between Earth's command center and the negotiation site added pressure, as decisions needed to be made in real time without awaiting authorization for every step. These technical hurdles required constant adaptation, forcing the team to develop new protocols on the fly while maintaining diplomatic decorum and strategic focus. Personal tensions within the human delegation began surfacing as stress mounted. Jacob's protective instincts clashed with Anna's willingness to take calculated risks, leading to heated arguments about appropriate security measures. Michelle's growing connection to the alien language and culture created friction with her role as impartial translator, as she found herself increasingly sympathetic to Xenar's perspective. Anna struggled to maintain team cohesion while managing her own doubts about the mission's viability. During a particularly challenging session, Jacob's frustration boiled over when he accused Anna of compromising security by agreeing to additional neural interface sessions. Michelle intervened, pointing out that understanding Xenar's concerns about human aggression required exactly such immersion, but her defense only highlighted the widening gap between practical security needs and diplomatic necessities. The situation reached a crisis point when Jacob discovered unauthorized modifications to the shuttle systems, believing them to be alien tampering until Michelle revealed she had made adjustments to better interface with the ship's technology. This breach of protocol forced Anna to address the team's deteriorating trust, organizing a private session to air grievances and realign objectives. Through this confrontation, They realized their internal conflicts mirrored the very issues they were negotiating, balancing individual perspectives with collective goals, security with openness, and caution with courage. The resolutions strengthened their cohesion, providing valuable insight into managing similar tensions between human and alien viewpoints in the ongoing discussions. A pivotal moment arrived when Xenar presented their species' equivalent of historical trauma, a period when their civilization had nearly destroyed itself through unchecked individual ambition before achieving collective harmony. This revelation provided crucial context for their current position, explaining both their fear of humanity's independent nature and their rigid adherence to collective decision-making. Anna recognized an opportunity to bridge the gap by sharing Earth's own experiences with nuclear proliferation and environmental crises, demonstrating humanity's capacity to learn from past mistakes without sacrificing individuality. The negotiations shifted focus to developing safety protocols that respected both species' core values, creating frameworks where individual initiative could flourish within agreed-upon boundaries. Xenar proposed establishing joint observation posts across both civilizations, allowing continuous mutual monitoring while respecting privacy through carefully designed filters. This suggestion sparked extensive discussions about implementation details, including data encryption methods that satisfied both human security concerns and alien transparency requirements. The breakthrough came when Anna suggested rotating personnel between observation roles, creating a system where trust could develop gradually through shared experience. This compromise addressed Xenar's need for verification while acknowledging humanity's right to maintain autonomous operations, marking a significant step toward establishing sustainable coexistence rather than temporary truce. Miscommunication nearly derailed the entire mission during a critical phase when Xenar misinterpreted Anna's use of metaphorical language about planting seeds of understanding. To Xenar's collective mind, this implied literal biological manipulation, triggering ancient memories of genetic warfare from their species' past. The misunderstanding escalated rapidly as Xenar's color patterns shifted to warning hues, and their harmonic communications took on an urgent, defensive tone. Michelle's translation algorithm struggled to process the flood of contextual references being transmitted, while Jacob prepared for potential hostilities. Anna quickly realized the severity of the situation and requested an immediate pause in proceedings, then worked with Michelle to construct a detailed explanation of human metaphorical expression, using visual aids and simplified examples to demonstrate non-literal communication. The crisis deepened when backup systems malfunctioned, cutting off real-time support from Earth's linguistics team, forcing the delegation to resolve the issue independently. Through painstaking effort, they established a protocol for flagging figurative language and creating parallel interpretations that made sense to both species. This incident led to a fundamental restructuring of communication methods, incorporating visual and mathematical representations alongside verbal exchanges to ensure clarity. The experience ultimately strengthened the negotiation framework, as both parties recognized the importance of developing robust mechanisms for handling inevitable misunderstandings in future interactions. Jacob's perspective shifted dramatically after witnessing Xenar's demonstration of their species' educational system, which revealed that their concept of security differed fundamentally from human military traditions. Instead of force projection, their approach focused on preemptive understanding and conflict prevention through comprehensive knowledge sharing. This insight prompted him to reassess his role from protector to facilitator, recognizing that traditional security measures might actually hinder diplomatic progress. He began working closely with Michelle to integrate human defensive protocols with alien safety systems, creating hybrid solutions that addressed both species' concerns. His military expertise proved invaluable in translating complex security concepts into terms Xenar could comprehend, particularly regarding Earth's need for graduated response options. The turning point came when Jacob proposed a joint exercise simulating various crisis scenarios, allowing both species to observe each other's reaction patterns in controlled conditions. This initiative revealed that many perceived threats stemmed from cultural differences rather than actual hostile intent, leading to the development of shared emergency protocols that respected both human independence and alien collectivism. As Jacob embraced his new role, he became instrumental in building trust between the delegations, proving that security and diplomacy could complement rather than conflict with each other when approached with mutual respect and understanding. Michelle's breakthrough occurred during an unscheduled session when she detected recurring patterns in Xenar's harmonic communications that corresponded to human emotional states. Realizing that their species expressed complex feelings through precisely calibrated frequency modulations, she developed a new translation matrix that incorporated emotional resonance alongside semantic meaning. This innovation allowed Anna to convey nuanced human experiences, hope, regret, determination, in ways Xenar's collective consciousness could genuinely comprehend. The impact was immediate and profound. Xenar's responses became more empathetic, their color patterns shifting to indicate genuine understanding rather than intellectual processing. Michelle's enhanced system enabled the delegation to share personal stories and cultural artifacts with unprecedented clarity, bridging gaps that months of formal negotiations had failed to close. The translator's success inspired confidence in her abilities, leading her to propose establishing permanent linguistic research stations where both species could collaborate on developing advanced communication technologies. This initiative gained traction when Xenar revealed their own challenges in maintaining clear transmission across their vast collective mind, suggesting potential mutual benefits in refining communication protocols. As Michelle's role expanded beyond technical translation to cultural ambassador, she became crucial in facilitating the emotional connections necessary for sustainable peace, proving that true understanding required more than just words. It demanded shared emotional experiences and mutual vulnerability. The final agreement emerged through a unique collaborative process that blended human legal frameworks with Xenar's harmonic resonance protocols. Rather than traditional treaty documents, the accord took the form of a living construct, a self-updating matrix that incorporated input from both species' decision-making processes. Key provisions included establishing joint research facilities where scientists from both civilizations could work together under carefully designed protocols that balanced human individuality with alien collectivism. Security arrangements featured graduated response systems that allowed for independent action while maintaining transparent communication channels, ensuring neither side could perceive sudden movements as hostile. Cultural exchange programs were structured around immersive experiences rather than superficial observations, with participants spending extended periods learning each other's ways of thinking and problem-solving. The agreement addressed resource sharing through a novel system of technological barter, where innovations rather than materials formed the basis of trade. Most importantly, a dispute resolution mechanism was created that combined human mediation practices with Xenar's collective analysis capabilities, providing a framework for addressing future conflicts before they escalated. The signing ceremony itself marked a new era of interspecies diplomacy, conducted through simultaneous harmonic resonance and traditional human protocols, symbolizing the fusion of two fundamentally different approaches to civilization. As the final protocols locked into place, both delegations recognized they had achieved something unprecedented, not merely a ceasefire or alliance, but the foundation for genuine mutual growth and understanding between species separated by millions of years of independent evolution. Months after the historic agreement, Anna reflected on the profound transformation both species had undergone. The joint research facilities thrived, producing breakthroughs neither civilization could have achieved alone, while cultural exchange programs fostered genuine understanding between human individuals and alien nodes. Regular diplomatic sessions continued, each building upon the foundation of trust established during those tense initial negotiations. The experience fundamentally changed humanity's approach to interspecies relations, leading to the establishment of comprehensive protocols for future first contacts. More importantly, it demonstrated that even species separated by vast evolutionary distances could find common ground when committed to genuine understanding. Jacob's hybrid security model became standard practice for interspecies cooperation, while Michelle's translation innovations opened doors to communicating with other alien species. Xenar's collective reported increased stability and growth through their connection with human creativity and individual perspective. As Anna watched new diplomats being trained using the lessons learned from this mission, she realized they had achieved something far greater than avoiding war, They had created a template for peaceful evolution across species boundaries. The ultimate testament to their success lay in the children born to both human and alien researchers, representing a new generation comfortable navigating multiple modes of consciousness and communication. Their stories served as proof that diplomacy, when pursued with courage and integrity, could transform existential threats into opportunities for unprecedented advancement. Closing with gentle music. Want to explore more incredible sci-fi adventures? Subscribe to our channel and join us on journeys beyond imagination.